Good day, my name is Chef Sizwe. Today I'm so excited to have my brother with me, Hudson Masondo. My brother, how are you?
I'm good, Chef Sizwe.
Very
How are you
good.
doing?
Awesome, I'm doing very good. Okay, so Hudson is from the South African Chefs Association. I'm just going to give him this chance to introduce himself. Tell us a bit more about yourself. What is it that you do within the SA Chefs Association?
Sure. Where do I start? My name is Hudson Masondo. I am working for the South African Chefs Association as a project manager.
Okay.
So anything project management, I've been much privileged to actually project manage the National Chefs Training Program that started in year 2011 to date. So that has been my experience, which is in relationship with the government.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot in terms of operating and working with the government in most instances.
Okay. I love the fact that you're mentioning that you're involved with obviously the young chefs that have been trained through the system.
Yes.
Obviously those young chefs have been impacted as well by COVID-19.
Yes.
And we are in the drive of actually, educating these young chefs so that they can start up their own businesses and hopefully be able to sustain themselves. What is it that the SA Chefs is doing at the present moment in order to, to make sure that we drive this support for these chefs?
Well, it has been a very tough and bumpy road in terms of trying to assist these young chefs, because the most difficult part would be, there's a whole lot of them that have got a skill, but they don't know how to manage their business.
Yeah.
So
navigation is
so now that is where the biggest problem is. There's a whole lot of them that are actually selling, say fat cakes in the street. They actually are bakers, most of them, very good bakers, professional bakers. But at the end of the day, they don't have this business acumen that is actually needed for them to actually, break through the barriers of being entrepreneurs. So they're only being taught to cook, to bake. But now the entrepreneurial skill is actually lacking. So that's basically where the biggest challenge is, where I think there needs to be a very serious intervention.
And I love the fact that you're mentioning all these things. I think this is what led to the formalization or to the formation of the SA Chefs Entrepreneurs Committee. Can you tell us a bit more about that? I know for a fact that it is actually meant to support your entrepreneurs in all different levels in order for them to run sustainable businesses. What more is being done in order to make sure that there is more support that is given out there to the chefs?
Well, Chef Sizwe, I'm very much excited to be part of the Chefpreneur committee as well. From my position where I work as a project manager. And one of the things that I think are critical is that the committee has to be seen to be out there. To be assisting the members. The committee needs to be seen to actually providing information, so that the members are actually, up to date with the information in terms of business. But one biggest frustration and worry, I think you'll agree to me, that chefs are very much fond of their jackets and their knives. So they want to stay in the kitchen, they want to cut veggies, they want to do all of that. They want to bake, they want to be active.
We've been comfortable in that.
So now, exactly. So that's their comfort zone. That's where they find themselves. Which is, again, it becomes actually a very much a big challenge for them. Because they cannot now venture into the space of business. They cannot be in the boardroom and present their businesses. Of which that is where now we need to drive the chefs and as well the digital transformation that needs to happen, within the space. That chefs now need to be computer wise, they need to be digitally inclined. So we need to prepare chefs to be able to operate at the business space and considering the current challenges of digital transformation and all of that. So that is basically where I see the Chefpreneur committee playing a pivotal role. And further to that, talking now from the the wavelength of government as well. We need to now think of this economical recovery plan, where you need to now address economy from the grassroots, from the locations, from the small businesses that are in the location. You know, that if you have your Chef Austin that you've interviewed some other time, Chef Austin can be able to open his business in the location and employ his community, so that his community would be able to feed their families.
So it is empowering each other.
Exactly, it is about empowering the local community.
Okay.
That is basically, I think, where we need to now apply this decentralization mentality, you know, or approach to assist our local economy, rather than people going to town and finding employment. I had Robin and wear a fancy suit and a nice white jacket like you, and then they go to the town and then they find a job and then they're getting employed by someone else. But now let's create employment in the location and assist our local businesses.
Okay. Speaking of that, I know the SA Chefs Entrepreneurs Committee actually launched their first ever entrepreneurs workshop. That was last year, September. That was in the midst of COVID-19. How was the response from the attendees in general?
Well, look, the committee is still new. It's fairly new. And one thing that I'm happy about, there was so much positive response from reputable names within the culinary space. I'm talking about reputable entrepreneurs, you know, that came and embraced the event. So now I think it has got a long way. It cuts across from the highest of the highest to the lowest of the lowest. So now it needs to address the needs across the board, you know. So that was actually a very much positive. I know that the attendance was a bit low due to COVID-19 restrictions and all of that, but it is actually a very good approach that actually will give the members a tangible benefit, of which that is actually what has been the crisis in terms of benefits that SHS is trying to offer the membership.
One last thing, I know we will be launching another exciting one in Cape Town. Hopefully, if everything goes well, if we are not locked down again, we will be launching in the end of September, with the same strategic approach. Would you say that it's going to be impactful for the people in Cape Town?
Well, Chef Sizwe, what we did is that, and what we're trying to do as well, is to again invite private sector and government to be part of this particular event. I know that there's very much big names that are supposed to be part of the show.
We won't reveal it for now. We won't reveal it for now, but
that will be your part to reveal. But in that, we're trying to integrate the two and get government working with private sector. So in that event, what we're trying to do is to say there is actually local businesses that needs assistance. What assistance do these local businesses need? Either from government or from private sector or from that celebrity chef that you're gonna bring to that particular event. So we're trying to create this network hub for all the businesses. I think and I believe that if we share that information and we work together, that is actually what we're gonna actually achieve and overcome the challenges that have been imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic in terms of sustaining businesses and keeping businesses afloat.
Absolutely.
So that's basically what we're trying to achieve.
Well spoken, my
Thank
brother.
you,
I can't add anything on that. That was Hudson Masondo, project manager for the South African Chefs Association. From myself, Chef Sizwe, vice chair for the South African Entrepreneurs Committee. I say to you, goodbye.
Thank you.
All right.